Today we're going to do an oil change and a filter change on MT09. A few bits that you'll need. Need a torque wrench, 17mm socket and ratchet, oil filter removal tool, a bowl for oil, and some oil. There she goes. It's a bit higher, but on this model the sump plug's right at front at bottom, so it's better for oil to drain out this way. I'll let it run for a bit, let oil thin out before I do it. You'll need a funnel as well. Right, I've let oil run for 5 minutes, let it thinning up. It's recommended that you do that before an oil change anyway, so. And then you remove oil cap so it don't create any sort of vacuum. So it'll let oil run out a lot quicker. Keep that clean. Check O-ring, see if there's any damage to it, but that's fine. Then you'll need your 17mm spanner to drain oil. In fact, I'll get one of these mapped out. Not that one because it's filthy. Oh, this is going to be good. They're all filthy. Looks like it's going to be this one. You can tell I haven't used these for a while. Depending on how someone's put this on, could be a bit tight if it's tight. Get a spanner to put over the end of that ratchet. Put ratchet on end like that. There it goes. of pressure on so I don't fly out. Oh, that's looking black as that oil. This is first oil change since I've owned this bike last year. It said it were done around about 3,000 ago, but that was in 2022, and then it was stood for a year, or it only did 300 mile in that time, so oil hasn't been done since. But that don't look like nice oil. Still clear-ish. Got a new O-ring as well, so I'll replace that. Right, I'll let it drain out for a bit, get as much out as possible. It's still draining. Once it's drained, my dog likes to join in as well. Yeah, once it's drained, I'll remove oil filter. Well, once as much has come out as possible, I'll remove oil filter, and then I'll put the new one on. Put some plug back in, put new filter on, fill it up. Then let it run for 5, get it into filter. And then I'll top up as much as needed. I think it takes 2.7 litre. I've got a torque wrench to torque the bolt up, but I don't know if I'll get it in. If I can't, I'll do it hand tight and then a quarter of a turn. Then oil filter's meant to be 17 Newton meters, but that's just hand tight basically as well. New washer, new filter. A quick clean. I think it might have had fully synthetic in before because it's a bit more purple. I've got semi-synthetic. I didn't know which to go for because they say semi-synthetic on some of them causes clutch slip. So I just thought I'd go for the safest option. Might try semi next time. I might try fully next time. But if it feels any different and not as good, I'll go to fully. That's the one I've got. Might be able to get this oil filter off by hand. Sometimes you can, depends how much it's been tightened last time. I think it's going, but it's a bit awkward. I'll just use a tool. Yeah, it wasn't too tight, so that's decent. Yeah, that oil looks... I'm not an expert, but don't look too nice. It's got a high flow filter on as well. I've gone back to standard Yamaha. Still coming out, so I'm going to leave it as long as I can. You'll need a can of Monster as well. I'm going to try put this funnel somewhere on the side so I don't have to hold it. I'll use this little tie wrap. That should be alright there. Where's that flag on? Or a fly in my funnel? Right, I've left it almost an hour. Still dripping, but only a tiny little bit. So I think that'll do. Put the new sump in. Well, put the old sump in with the new washer on. You don't want to drop this in the bowl of oil, but I don't want to move it either because it's still dripping. You don't want to cross thread it either. And you definitely don't want to over tighten it. It says 42 Newton meters of torque in manual, but that's pretty tight, it's 42 Newton meters. Right, I'll get torque wrench. If it feels like it's going too tight, I'm not going to tighten it that much. That's if it fits anyway. I've only got an 1/2 inch one, so it's massive. That beast. That's set at 42 Newton meters. Make sure it's going right way. No, that's not going on there. Got an extension bar, but it won't make a difference. That should do. I'll get the oil filter. You can pre-fill these and put them on like that, but it's sideways, so it'll all just come back out. As long as you don't rev engine when you start it, should be fine. These are actually pre-lubricated, so you don't have to lube them. It's got lube around it, but I'm gonna give it a little bit anyway. Just to be on the safe side. A little bit of old oil. This just needs to be on tight. But that should do it. It only needs to be on tight, but I'm going to give it a little turn. Not too much, just a smallest of turns. That'll do. Slightest little touch with ratchet, not much. Now I can fill oil. 4 litre. I'm going to put about 2.3 in or something. See where it is. It takes 2.7 if you're changing filter. If you're not changing filter, I think it's 2.5. That's bang on 2 litre at the minute. And you can already see it in sight glass. It's just above minimum line. I'll put a little bit more in and then I'll run it. That's almost at the top line. Right, that's at top line. I've put about 2.3, 2.4 in. So I'll put the cap back on and I'll run it at that for now. No debris on cap. And make sure that goes in smoothly, not cross-threaded. I can move that bowl anyway. Check for leaks now. Can't see no leaks at the minute. Let it run and get into the filter. Check for any leaks. Looks alright. Right, we'll see how much comes back down into the sight glass. At the minute, nothing. Which is to be expected. Right, let's add a little bit more in. Put this back on the table so it don't get naught on it. And I'll just add a bit at a time. So there needs to be about 1.3 litre left. Maybe a tiny bit more, and there might be still some oil left in. Let's do a bit at a time. That already looks pretty full. That's almost perfect. Tiny bit more. I think it took about 2.6 so far. That should do there. It's just at a tiny little bit below the top line. When I drop back down, it'll probably go to the top line. Still drilling let me double check from a better angle. Yeah, that's perfect up to the top line. It's got a little bubble in top. I don't know if you can see it top line. I don't know if you can see it, that's bottom line, that's top line, and it's dead on in line with it. I'll drop it down. We'll run it again first. I'll clean all this oil up after. And then I'll bottle all old oil up. Take that for recycling. Charge battery a bit. Double check for any leaks again. You can see it's sight glass filling up there. It's even took a tiny bit more off top line, but it's just below it, that'll do. Don't want to overfill it, plus it's still on stand, so that might change it. All between bottom and top line's fine anyway. It's just below that bottom line. But I think that's a successful oil and filter change. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.